Have you ever made a mistake that haunted you for years? A moment where you wish you could turn back time and do things differently. Today, we're diving into a story that explores this feeling with raw, powerful honesty. It's a story about friendship, betrayal, and the long, hard road to redemption. This is the story of the Kite Runner. Our journey begins in Kabul, Afghanistan, with a young boy named Amir. He lives a privileged life in a beautiful house with his father, a man he deeply admires and desperately wants to please. By his side is Hassan, the son of their servant Ali. Hassan isn't just a friend, he's Amir's shadow, his protector, his most loyal companion. Their bond seems unbreakable. They spend their days running through the bustling streets, telling stories under a pomegranate tree, and, most importantly, flying kites. In their world, friendship is a complicated thing. Amir is a Pashtun, part of the dominant, wealthier class. Hassan is a Hazara, a group often looked down upon. But as children, these labels mean little. What matters is the shared laughter, the secrets whispered, and the thrill of the chase. And there's no greater chase than the annual winter kite fighting tournament. Imagine the skies over Kabul filled with hundreds of colorful dancing kites. The goal is to cut the strings of your opponent's kites until only one remains flying. It's a battle of skill, a spectacle of honor. For Amir, winning this tournament is everything. He believes it's the one thing that will finally earn him the unconditional pride and affection he craves from his father, Baba. Hassan, with his unwavering loyalty, promises to help. He's the best kite runner in the city. A kite runner's job is to chase down the last kite that is cut, a trophy for the victor. As his kite soars, Hassan shouts up to him, his face beaming, "For you, 1,000 times over." This phrase is the heartbeat of their friendship, a promise of absolute devotion. And that winter, they do it. Amir, with skill and determination, cuts the final kite. He is the champion. His heart swells with a joy he's never known. As the defeated blue kite drifts down, Hassan, true to his word, dashes off to retrieve it. "I'll run it for you, Amir Aga," he yells, his smile as bright as the sun. This should be the happiest day of their lives. But it becomes the day everything shatters. While chasing the kite, Hassan runs into a dark alley. He's confronted by a group of older, cruel boys led by a sociopath named Asif. Amir, following behind, witnesses a horrific scene unfold. Asif bullies and attacks Hassan, all for the prize kite that belongs to Amir. And what does Amir do? He hides. Frozen by fear, paralyzed by cowardice, he watches his loyal friend suffer and does nothing. He runs away, leaving Hassan alone in that alley. That single act of silence, that moment of cowardice, becomes a deep, festering wound in Amir's soul. The victory kite, once a symbol of glory, is now a reminder of his betrayal. The guilt is a heavy shadow that follows him everywhere. He can no longer look Hassan in the eye. The easy joy of their friendship is gone, replaced by an unbearable tension. Amir, unable to live with the constant reminder of his failure, does something even more unforgivable. He frames Hassan for theft, forcing him and his father Ali to leave the home they've always known. It's a desperate, selfish act to erase his own shame. Soon after, war ravages Afghanistan. The Soviet invasion forces Amir and his father to flee their homeland. They escape in the dead of night, leaving behind their life of comfort for the uncertain future of refugees. They eventually make their way to America. Here in this new world, Amir tries to build a new life. He goes to college, becomes a writer, gets married. He's surrounded by the conveniences of modern life cars technology, a peaceful home. He has everything he thought he wanted. Yet, that feeling of guilt, that empty space in his heart, never truly goes away. He's running from his past, but it's a race he can never win. Years pass, the world changes. We get caught up in our own lives, our screens, our social media feeds. It's so easy to build a comfortable bubble, to forget the world outside, to ignore the inconvenient truths of our own history. Amir's life in California is a perfect example of this. He's safe, he's successful, but he's not whole. He's living a life disconnected from his true self. Then, one day, the past comes calling. A phone call from an old family friend in Pakistan shatters his carefully constructed world. The words he hears will echo in his mind forever. There is a way to be good again. This call is a lifeline, a chance at redemption. He learns a devastating truth. Hassan is gone. He was killed during the turmoil in Afghanistan, defending the home that Amir had abandoned, and he left behind a son, Sohabe, a little boy now an orphan in a war-torn country. The news breaks Amir. All the guilt he suppressed for decades comes rushing back. He realizes that running away solves nothing. True peace doesn't come from ignoring your mistakes. It comes from confronting them. He knows what he must do. He has to go back to a country he no longer recognizes, a place now ruled by the brutal Taliban, back to face the ghosts of his past. This is where Amir's true journey begins. It's not a journey for a trophy or for his father's approval. This time, he's fighting for something much more important. For Hassan, for Soharab, for his own soul. He leaves the comfort of his American life and steps into a world of danger and despair. The Afghanistan he returns to is a landscape of ruins and fear. It's the real world in all its harshness and brutality. His quest to find Sahabu leads him to an almost unbelievable confrontation. The cruel bully from his childhood, Asif, is now a powerful Taliban official, and he has in a final, brutal showdown, Amir must physically fight the monster he was too scared to face as a child. He gets beaten, broken, but he doesn't run. For the first time in his life, he stands his ground. He takes the punishment he feels he has always deserved. He fights for someone other than himself. Through a painful and perilous series of events, he manages to rescue Sohabu and begins the long process of bringing him back to America. The journey isn't easy. Sohabu is deeply traumatized, silent, and withdrawn. But Amir is patient. He is committed. He understands that healing takes time. One day, in a park in California, they see people flying kites. Amir buys one. As they fly it, a flicker of the old joy returns. He shows Sohab a trick, cutting another kite from the sky. For a brief moment, a small smile appears on Sohaba's face. And in that moment, Amir knows what he has to do. When the cut kite begins to fall, he looks at the boy and says the words that Hassan once said to him, the words that defined a lifetime of loyalty. He says, "For you 1,000 times over." And he begins to run. In that act of running the kite for Hassan's son, Amir's journey comes full circle. He isn't running away from his guilt anymore. He's running toward love, toward responsibility, toward a future where he can finally be good again. This story is so powerful because it reminds us of a fundamental truth. We all make mistakes. We all have moments of weakness we regret. In our modern world, it's so tempting to escape into a digital life, to chase likes and virtual victories, and to ignore the real, messy, difficult parts of being human. We can hide behind screens, just like Amir hid behind that wall in the alley. But the Kite Runner teaches us that true strength, true happiness isn't found in escape. It's found in courage, kindness, and facing the truth. It's about showing up for the people who matter. It's about understanding that our connections to our family, our friends, and our own past are what truly define us. Technology is a tool, but it should never replace real-life empathy and action. Amir's story is a timeless lesson. It is never too late to do the right thing. It's never too late to face your mistakes, to seek forgiveness, and to find peace. Because, as the story so beautifully tells us, there is always a way to be good again. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. If this story resonated with you, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more content that makes you think and feel. Until next time, take care and be good to one another.